Take a look at this. At a red light, an attempted motorcycle theft was caught on camera, but the suspects didn't get far. A bus driver kept honking the horn nonstop, causing the two suspects to panic and flee the scene. I'm not sure what happened before this moment, but these two men ended up with their motorcycle trapped like this. One of them tried to ask the SUV driver to let them go, but the driver appeared to ignore him. They eventually called another friend for help. Fortunately, both the riders and the motorcycle managed to get free before the police arrived. Does anyone know what led up to this situation? A dashcam captures a tense moment on the road. One driver attempts to merge into traffic, but another vehicle suddenly cuts them off. Brakes slam. Moments later, it happens again. After a horn is sounded, the car speeds ahead, stops abruptly, then moves, only to block the road once more. Each stop-and-go move escalates the tension. When the driver tries to ignore it, the other vehicle chases them down and repeats the behavior intentionally. No warning, no reason, just dangerous driving that puts everyone nearby at risk. This man starts recording after nearly being hit by another vehicle. Instead of apologizing, the driver and his wife begin cursing at him. The yelling doesn't stop. They threaten to attack him if he doesn't leave by the count of 3. But the man recording doesn't back down, and this is how he responds. And instead of backing down, he starts counting.
3, 2, 1.
Take a look at this. A business owner was forced to move a car using a forklift because it was parked in the worst possible spot, right in front of an active business. No access, no warning. Everything was blocked. You won't believe what happened just seconds after this car passed the motorcycle. While riding down the road, this motorcyclist suddenly got shocked. A car that had just overtaken him ended up in a serious incident moments later. Out of nowhere, another vehicle crossed the road from the opposite direction. The collision was unavoidable. The car suffered heavy damage, but thankfully, no one was injured. Take a look at this. With an accomplice waiting in a nearby car, this man attempted to steal a parked vehicle. The attempt failed when the owner noticed what was happening and tried to stop the suspect. Moments later, another accomplice stepped out of the car and threatened the owner by pointing a gun at him. While riding together, this man started recording an alarming moment. At a red light, the driver of a car slowly moved forward and ended up bumping into his friend's motorcycle. It's unclear what caused the driver to do that. After recording the license plate, the man called the police. A short time later, the driver was located and taken into custody. Situations like this show why staying alert and reporting incidents matters. While driving down the road, the person recording was suddenly surprised. They noticed a mom driving by herself, completely enjoying the music. She looked relaxed, happy, and totally in the moment. She didn't mind being recorded at all. Instead, she smiled and waved back. And honestly, can you guess what song she was listening to? This driver was caught on camera throwing trash out of their vehicle onto the street. When a tour bus guide picked it up and returned it, the driver threw the trash out again, then made an inappropriate gesture toward the bus passengers. City officials are now asking for the public's help to identify the two people involved in this incident. What do you think about this behavior? This man is clearly frustrated when he catches a woman using her phone while driving. She stays focused on her screen, completely unaware of what's happening around her. Even as she drives past a police car, she doesn't notice and keeps going. Surprisingly, the officer on patrol doesn't see her, even after being alerted. While filling up her gas tank, this female biker was approached by a homeless man. Instead of ignoring him, she kindly asked, "Do you want anything to eat?" He replied that he just wanted a bag of chips and a little dill pickle. She asked him to watch her motorcycle and went into the store to buy the food. When she returned with several items, the man was overjoyed and thanked her again and again. This driver made a bold move. With traffic completely backed up, the car climbed onto the curb to get ahead. What makes it even crazier is that a police vehicle was right behind, on patrol. We'll call him the handsome and fearless driver. Would you take the risk? This biker tried to ask for a pretty girl's phone number while waiting at a red light. But before he could even finish, she calmly pointed out that the light had turned green. Watch closely, this all happens in minutes. From inside a car, a man records a shocking moment. 3 suspected thieves arrive on a motorcycle, appearing to plan the theft of a parked bike on the street. 2 of them keep watch, while the third moves in and targets the motorcycle. In less than 5 minutes, the group rides away quickly with the stolen bike. What starts as a heated argument quickly gets out of control. 3 people begin shouting at each other, trading insults as tensions rise. One side demands the others leave while accusations fly back and forth. The argument escalates, pulling a husband into the confrontation. The ending takes an unexpected turn and when the husband tries to back up the car and accidentally bumps into his own wife.
Babe, you just sneezed.
At first, this girl looked annoyed when someone suddenly crossed the street and startled her. But seconds later, her mood changed completely. She couldn't stop laughing when the man slipped and fell on the snowy road. Looks like karma didn't waste any time.
Dummy.
I really love instant karma moments. It all started at a red light. This SUV driver tried to make a right turn the wrong way, suddenly cutting across lanes. But instead of getting away with it, the SUV ended up crashing into another driver, who was pulling out from a side street. I don't know what happened after that, but it looks like this one will be handled by the insurance companies. This motorcyclist came dangerously close to a serious accident. The car ahead suddenly turns to park. Without warning, the rider barely avoids a crash. When he approaches the driver, well, you can probably guess what happens next. No apology, no accountability, just denial and attitude. In the end, the rider has no choice but to walk away and move on. This dashcam footage captures a reckless driver forcing their way through traffic. After getting boxed in between a truck and another car, the driver begins tailgating and brake-checking aggressively. Driven by emotion, they attempt a risky overtake from the far right lane. That dangerous decision ends in a costly miscalculation. Aggressive driving doesn't save time, and it increases risk. This road rage incident was caught on camera. It started between a truck driver and a white car, but things took a surprising turn. The driver actually pulled out a Milwaukee drill to intimidate the truck driver. Road rage can escalate fast, and it's never worth it. What do you think? Take a look at this. What starts as a road rage moment quickly takes an unexpected turn. After the driver flexes his arm muscles, the person recording decides to drive away instead. Whether it was fear or just laughter, walking away was the smarter choice. At first, it seems like a simple delay, but on this one-lane covered bridge in Pennsylvania, frustration quickly turns into road rage. Two drivers refuse to yield, each convinced they're right. Voices rise, tension builds.
What are you gonna do, beat me up?
This is how road rage starts. Small moments fueled by impatience. Luckily, this time it ended without anyone getting hurt. But not every story ends this way. Out of nowhere, a man steps out of his car, clearly angry, and approaches the woman. Without saying a single word, he walks up and stabs her tire. As the man heads back to his vehicle, the woman pulls out her phone and starts recording. In that moment, the situation changes. What started as intimidation becomes evidence. Through the rearview mirror, a woman can be seen growing angry. Traffic is moving slowly and her patience is running out. This moment has been shared over 200,000 times. And I'm still sharing it, not to judge, but to remind everyone how easily road rage begins. A little patience behind the wheel can prevent a lot of regret. This time, the camera captured a tense confrontation. A truck driver is seen arguing with two unidentified individuals. It's unclear what started the dispute. Voices rise, emotions escalate. Then, without warning, one of them throws a rock, shattering the truck's windshield. Fortunately, the entire incident was caught on camera, providing clear video evidence if it's ever needed. This is why road rage is so dangerous. While driving down the road, this driver suddenly cut in front and slammed on the brakes, forcing the person recording to stop. It's unclear what happened before this moment. The man then got out of his car, visibly angry, yelling and losing his temper. One comment on the video said, "Anyone who gets out of their car because of road rage should lose their license for 30 days. No excuses." This is a road rage moment involving two Karens, caught on camera. After a minor crash, one Karen chased the other as she tried to leave the scene. Minutes later, the car was stopped in a parking lot. That's when both Karens lost their tempers and a physical confrontation broke out. At first, no one understood why a man stood alone with his motorcycle in front of a church. It seemed confusing, maybe even strange. But moments later, he began to cry. That's when it became clear. He wasn't waiting. He was grieving. He had just lost a close friend. And this was his way of remembering the rides they once shared together. Imagine stopping at a red light, and a stranger suddenly walks up to a police car. The officer looks surprised at first, but then the woman calmly explains that the officer accidentally left something on top of the vehicle. The officer quickly grabs it, and you can tell he's just a little embarrassed.